Um, they asked me to just talk to you guys and share some memories of Grandma. And I don't really need to tell anybody here what she was like. I mean, we all knew her very well, and as you know, to know my grandma was to love her. And so what I thought I would do is I would just share some stories of Grandma, especially for my cousins. Because you guys didn't get to see a lot of the stuff that went on when Grandpa Dale was still alive. So I figured I'd share a couple stories of Grandma from then.
Christmas
And a couple of things that I only ever saw her do once. And the first thing I only ever saw her do once was swear. Once in the whole time I knew her, and it was a long time. My grandfather had been really trying to get her to go all day, and she finally just snapped and said, "You!" There's young children here, so I'll just say, "A-hole." And you would have thought that Grandpa Dale won the lottery. He danced a little jig. I got you to swear. Church lady, you're going to hell now. Dance around, and she was the same grandma right after that. She just lost control for one little second. The only time I ever saw it happen. And I still think of that sometimes. And then the other thing that I only ever saw her do once was get my Uncle Steve speechless. And it was another kind of like, to know Grandma, if you didn't know her that well, that impish side of her would be a little bit of a surprise. But if you knew her well, you knew she had that little impish streak in her as well. And one day, my Uncle Steve was there at her old house, over there on, was that
Yeah.
And he would always call Grandma old woman. So he walked in one day and said, "What do you got to drink, old woman?" And Grandma said, "How about a cup of warm tea, son?" and Uncle Steve was speechless. He had nothing to say. He was just like. And those are just two little things that I remember about Grandma that I thought were really great. That one day she lost her temper. I only ever saw it once, and she got her wiseacre son speechless once. And that's it. And just other than that, she was the best grandma I ever could have had.
I was